So hi all of you. Hi, welcome on YourPedia.
Thank
Thank you,
you, sir.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so it is. I'm very happy today to get all of you on board. So Sukant, Sayali, and Manu, you all are presently pursuing your masters PGDSM in very
Yes, sir.
prestigious NITIE Bombay. And today's our interaction is like I want to get some information from you because students aspire to be part of NITIE Bombay, as all of you know. But students have little knowledge about PGDSM. It's a very prestigious course, and I want through you the message should go to students about this prestigious course. So I will come one by one to each one of you first and know about you. So Sukant, we start with you. We want to know about your background, in which we want to know which part of India you are from, what is your educational background, and
Yes,
your
sir.
journey, gate journey till you landed up in NITIE Mumbai.
Yes, sir. So my name is Shukanto Goswami. I am from basically Bakuda, West Bengal, and I have 27 months of work experience in Bikram Solar Limited in the field of utility and maintenance. And prior to joining NITI, I sat for GATE for the two times. The first time is in 2021, and the second time is in 2022. And in 2022, I secured a rank of 482, and after that, I joined NITI in the PGDSM program.
Okay. So then now I come to Sally. Sally, same question to you. Your background.
Sure, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Saili Chetule. I come from Nagpur, Maharashtra. And prior to joining NITI, I have also had work experience with one of the steel manufacturing companies. And before that, I have completed my BTech in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering from VNIT Nagpur.
Okay.
And yes, sir, that is all about me. I have appeared for GATE twice, once while I was in my final year and then in 2022 with the preparation in Metallurgical Engineering. Okay.
Wonderful. Now over to you, Manu.
So my name is Manu Pillai. I'm from Indore. I'm graduated in Industrial and Production Engineering from SGS IITS Indore. So while I was in college in fourth year, I appeared for grade. I secured AIR 141. And after that, I worked in a textile manufacturing company called Trident for 20 months as a production manager. Then I left my job and prepared for 1 year for GATE 2022 and secured All India rank 20 in production and industrial paper. And then after that, I joined SM course in Delhi.
Okay. So it's wonderful knowing all of you. And now one question comes to the mind of students also when they listen to people like you. What they think is like NITI is so prestigious organization, like prestigious IIMs, that only people with the job experience can enter into NITI, and freshers have less chance. So incidentally, you people also have some kind of job experience with you. So how true it is, Sukant? Maybe I start with you. That can fresher also think of getting into prestigious NITI?
Yes, sir. There are a lot of freshers who are getting into NITI. That is
Okay.
completely a myth. Actually, many of our batchmates are also freshers. So it is not actually required, but it will give a added advantage to during your course curriculum. You can adhere the things very easily,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is no such a discrimination that
So we cannot say कि biasing है मतलब job experience वालों को
No.
ज़्यादा लेते हैं ऐसा नहीं है.
No, sir.
Okay. And now, Sally, to you, I would like to ask you a question that NITI is the organization, NITI is the institute which appreciate diversity in its class. Like a student should be from different, backgrounds and from different part of India. There should be boys, there should be girls, everything. So, Sally, now I ask you a question related to SM. So, what is the batch strength of PGDSM? PGDIE, we know somewhere around 240. What is the batch strength of PGDSM, and do we have diversity in that class?
Sure, sir. Sir, the institute has allotted around 38 seats for PGDSM course since it's
Okay.
a relatively newer course as compared to the flagship courses like IE and IM. So there are 38 seats as of now. And talking about diversity, yes, we do have diversity in terms of backgrounds, as in engineering backgrounds, as well as work experiences, as well as gender diversity.
Okay.
We do have a relatively better, good gender diversity. And yes, it is seen everywhere at NITI, but in SM as well, we have very good diversity criteria.
Okay. So
So that
same
really
question,
helps.
same question to you, Sayali. Like, SM, as I know, was the course through CAT also. Students used to get into SM through CAT also. So do we have students through CAT and GATE both as of now also?
Yes, sir. We do have students from GATE, CAT, as well as there are students from GRE and GMAT as well.
Okay.
So we have yes, we have diversity in that field as well. We have students from various examination backgrounds. So that also provides an advantage, as in you can take into account various perspectives from, like, some would have good communication skills, some would be good at their technical expertise. So that is a very good advantage for SM students in NITIE.
Okay. Okay, Manu, now I would like to ask you a question, Manu. Like when we think of NITIE Bombay, there are two courses, PGDIE and PGDSM. Now, SMA, there is a, what I understand is sustainability management. So does that mean it is very, very specific to particular course only, SM, or it is a generic kind of course only?
So our course is actually spread into 8 modules over 2 years. So in the first 2 modules, the subject we have is common for all the batches, IM, IE, as well as SM. So in this since NITIE is called the Mecca of supply chain, so definitely there is a focus on supply chain, as well as from the third module, we start having subjects from sustainability. So which starts to widen our knowledge about sustainability. So which is useful for the summer internships which we'll do in the fourth module.
Okay, now let me ask you some questions which are the questions asked to me by my own students related to these courses. As you know, NITIE Bombay mein you can apply separately for PGDIE and SM both. You can apply for that. So student has this particular query that, sir, if I apply in both and if I get calls in both, so the interview is gonna be same interview or it is gonna be different. What kind of interview is this going to be? So anybody can answer for that now.
Okay, so I'll take up that. So yes, for IE as well as SM course, we generally have a duration of 4 to 5 days for the interviews. So the candidate who gets called for both IE and SM, they'll have to give two separate interviews, one for IE and one for SM. So there will be two different interviews if you get called for both the courses.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. And suppose both you get selected in both. Suppose that is also the case. Then till what time you have to decide that, okay, which one I want to take and how I'm to take the call?
So usually we do provide a time duration of around 3 to 4 days in which a candidate can decide for what course he or she want to pursue in the future. And yes, there is a relatively general timeline given to the candidates to provide their decision.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you next two questions, and these are the most important questions related to SM in the minds of the student. First question is like, what is PGDSM, sir? We know what is PGDIE, we know what is industrial engineering, but sir, what is PGDSM? Because IE looks like very very generic thing, like it looks like management kind of thing, industrial engineering. Okay, understood. But when it comes to sustainable management, it looks like very specific domain. So what exactly is, sir, PGDSM? That is the first question to students, and I believe you are the best, people who can answer this particular question.
So, sir, that is basically a sustainability management.
Okay.
Actually, in the practical domain, when we are running some kind of businesses are basically run for the profits, right?
Okay.
So, apart from that, that profit for the longer run, how can we make sure that the profit is sustainable?
Okay.
We are looking into the social aspect of the business, the environmental aspect, as well as the economic aspect of the business.
Okay.
So there are several risks and the opportunities that are coming with the businesses. Businesses are often encountered with the risks and the opportunities related to economic, environmental, and the social. Okay. So one of the key area is to managing those risks for the companies and create business strategy for long-term value creation.
Okay.
That is the basic objective.
Okay. So sustainability here means whatever is created that remains sustainable in the form of business, in the form of values and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. So now my next question which students ask is this. Sir, PGDIE में तो job बहुत अच्छा लगता है, SM में job कैसा लगता है और placement opportunities कैसा होता है? 1 year back and you people were thinking the same question. Now you are on the other side of the table and I'm very sure now you have the answer for that and you are the best person to answer that.
Sure, sir. Sir, we do have very good placement statistics for placement as well as summer internship statistics for PGDSM as well. These statistics we have already uploaded on our website, so students can definitely check out from there. And as well as this year we had many companies from consulting firms as well. Earlier, students generally had a notion that only IE people get into consulting roles, but this year we had a very good inflow of consulting companies like top consulting companies like Ernst and Young and McKinsey. So we do really have a very good placement statistics, and if students want us to share some statistics with them, we can surely send them some brochures or posters for the same.
Wonderful. So anybody else want to add to this? What Sally said?
So basically, there are 100% placement opportunities. Like Sally said, you can check the placement statistics from the placement brochure itself, and NITIE give us the opportunity for the summer internship of 2 months that are basically in the consulting firm, FMCG, investment firms as well.
So that simply means that as far as the placements are concerned, whether it is IE or it is SM, you have nothing to worry. As far as the name NITIE is there, you have nothing to worry for the placements.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
As long as you have the NITIE brand tag or brand value, you are sure to get placed.
Wonderful. And now I'm coming to the question which students ask when they get the interview calls for these courses. And obviously, the first thing comes to their mind is about the interview. I mean, how we are to crack the interview. I remember that I think last time 2019 there was a good discussion, but after that, since this pandemic started and all, 2020, 21, 22, we all had only interviews. And this year also, I think, and last year also there was online interview. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this year also, I think what we expect is the interviews only and maybe online interviews. So now what comes to the mind of students is like, sir, how to prepare? I mean, if I get interview call, तो तैयारी करने का तरीका क्या हो सकता है? And I want each one of you to give your experience in this कि इंटरव्यू में कैसे तैयारी किया जा सकता है और वो क्या पूछते हैं, क्या चाहते हैं वो आपसे? Sukant, over
I
to
would
you.
like to
Yeah.
start with this. So
Over.
my interview was almost 10 to 15 minutes long. So there were two panelists. So they mainly focused on the basic sustainability aspects, which if one is required to get admission into this, so basic aspects of sustainability, as well as how can you relate sustainability to your work. Since I had a work of 20 minutes, so my interview experience was mostly on the part of my work and scenario based questions like how would you have implemented such things in your workplace to make it more better place to work in. Apart from that, general HR questions such as what are your future goals, short term, long term goals, what are your strengths and weaknesses. So that was all about.
Did they ask you something related to your engineering background also in the interview?
No, I think my interview did not go into the technical side.
Okay, over to you, Sally. The same question about interview.
Sure, sir. Since I had a work ex, so which was also related to my engineering background, so I had my questions from manufacturing side as well as from the metallurgy side on the technical field. Also, I had some questions from Six Sigma because I had used them in my work ex. So I had some questions from Six Sigma as well as Excel. And then talking about the sustainability side, I had questions like how do I relate sustainability with my work experience as well as my engineering background, and what does sustainability mean to me in my daily life, as well as the current affairs related to sustainability, may it be sustainable development goals or about the COP meetings that occur around the world. So there were some basic questions, and also about the HR side, we had questions about what are your goals and how do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years down the line. And yes, then some questions about extracurricular activities. And that was it. The interview usually goes for around 15 to 20 minutes, not more than that. And it is a moderate level interview, not too easy and not too hard.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. Sukant, your experience and your views on
Yes, sir.
interviews.
Yes, sir. So I also having some experience. So interview start with my intro, and after that they want to know about the challenges that I faced in my industry, Actually I am from solar industry, so they basically question me about the national solar mission as well as the how solar industry works, that kind of questions. And we have some kind of preparation kit before we setting the interview. So I prepared this very well. So they asked some questions from that also. Like they are basically the HR questions. Why you want to join NITIE and this kind of thing. And you have to clear about some basic sustainability terms like means what is sustainability, why you want to join in the sustainability management course, these kind of questions.
So now whenever I interacted with the students of NITIE, they always told me that, sir, not in-depth questions are not asked, simple questions are asked. They make you feel very comfortable in the interview. But then my question comes to me is like, it is so competitive to get into NITIE. It is such a wonderful institute, one of the top in India. So if they're asking very simple question, I'm very sure they must be checking something in you. And that is, seen when you guys get together in the campus, God's own campus. You realize that everybody has something in him or her. So my question to you is very straight. ये जो question पूछते हैं इसमें वो check क्या करना चाहते हैं? What do they check in you as a person? So over to you, Sukant, and then Sayali and Manuya.
So I think that the fluency is not a very good criteria to judge. Means you might be fluent or might not be fluent. That is not that much means.
मेरा ये एक क्वेश्चन भी था सुकांत की, जो नॉर्थ इंडिया के बच्चे हैं, राजस्थान हो गया, उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार, हरियाणा, पंजाब हो गया, वहां पे फ्लुएंसी इंग्लिश में बहुत अच्छी नहीं है. तो कई बार स्टूडेंट पूछते हैं कि साहब मेरे को अगर इंग्लिश अच्छा नहीं आता तो क्या मैं NITIE जा ही नहीं सकता? ये भी क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं स्टूडेंट्स.
नहीं सर, ऐसा बात नहीं है. मतलब anyone can sit in the interview.
Okay.
As well as his basics is clear. So there is no such kind of thing like your English is not good, so you cannot sit in the interview.
Okay, so they check overall personality.
Yes, sir. Overall personality is checked. Your attitude is checked.
Okay, Sukant, sorry for disruption on my side. So you were answering to the questions of what they check actually in the interview. So maybe you were concluding that, yeah.
So some basic technical knowledge, if you are willing to, means if you are applying for the sustainability management course, then you should know some some basics.
Okay.
What is sustainability and all.
Okay.
They might ask some question related to that. Like I was asked that name some processes which absorb CO2 from the atmosphere.
Okay.
So that kind of questions are there. Your attitude is checked in that particular interview. That's
those
all,
are the
sir.
things. Okay. So Sayali, I came to, some students also told me कि वो कुछ case studies देते हैं या कुछ situation देते हैं, I don't know, and कुछ check करने की try करते हैं सर वो. Some people also told me that they see some specific kind of personality traits in people who can stay in NITIE and take the brand NITIE forward. आपको क्या लगा, मतलब what they do, they check?
Sure, sir. Sure. I have come across situations wherein you are given case studies or situation or task, and they check that how well you are organized within your thoughts, how well organized you are within your thoughts, and how clearly you can communicate them to the moderators. So that is what basically they check from this task, along with the basic things like your technical expertise. The situation or task that you get will obviously be from your domain of expertise or your engineering background as well. And they will check your fluency of thoughts.
Okay.
Also, how well you communicate it to the moderators. Also, if you are given any critical question in that situation, then how well you can handle yourself, and how the pressure that is given by the moderators, if sometime, how well you can take it. They won't really be checking your accuracy of thoughts. They won't really be checking the accuracy of answers or your judgments or statements that you are giving. But the fluency of thoughts is really important, is what I feel. And to some extent, communication skills are important. How well you can communicate as well as comprehend the question that you are given. And along with that, what I feel is the questions which are given to you are basically to check that the job you have done how well you are at it.
Okay.
What have you observed from the job, and what can you take further from it? What are your takedowns from the job?
Hmm.
So that is one important thing. And from for course specifically,
Hmm.
it depends on what aspect of your job or learning you can apply to sustainability in coming forward. So
Mhm.
that is one important task for SM course, basically.
Okay, okay. So maybe Manu, you would like to add to this question only?
I think Siley has covered most of the part which I was gonna
Yes,
say.
yes.
So what I feel about my interview is that they try to analyze if, since all the students of NITIE are from engineering background, they try to test that if you can really apply those engineering solutions or the technical acumen to any scenario or situation
Hmm.
which you might face in the future when you work as a sustainability manager or this.
Hmm. Hmm.
So they gave me a scenario of if you were a sustainability manager and then you go in your previous work company, then what changes you might make
Mhm.
or do to make things better there.
Okay. Hmm. So these kind of situations they give to check your acumen for decision making.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me ask you another perspective of this particular admission in sustainability management. When I talk to some students who think their gate score is low, because for the last 2 years now NITI is giving some kind of minimum cutoffs of gate scores that they will take students with this is minimum gate cutoffs. So the students who think their gate score is almost at the border, they tend to ask me that, sir, should we fill the form in both IE and SM or only in one? I tell them sometimes that if you fill in both, your probability of selection goes up, because you never know, in the interview you perform in one interview or another interview, how you perform, probability goes up. Students say that, sir, because my probability is less, so why I should invest in two forms and all, whether should I fill it or not, because technically my gate score is less, so mera admission to hoga nahi, something like that. Now let me ask you very straight question. Suppose a student's gate score is less, maybe he will get a call but score is less. Does he or she stand a chance, and if yes, he should fill both the forms or only with one form he should go? Sally, over to you.
Sure, sir. So I would like to talk about my personal experience. I was not among the top rankers of GATE. I was a person with a mid-range score, but I filled for both the courses. I got the calls. I was basically inclined towards taking the SM course due to my personal interest in it. But what I feel is a student should always opt for both the courses, fill the form for both courses,
Mm,
because in case of NITI, the form filling itself is a very introspective criteria.
mm,
The
mm,
form you are given to fill for NITI has a lot of about your past work experience, as well as your educational background, as
mm,
well as project details or internships you have done any. So that itself provides a very good insight for the course that is coming forward. Also, the interview is a very rich experience if you get the call further.
mm,
So, if even if you don't have a very good GATE score, but still, if you have a very good project on your CV, as
mm,
well as if you have relied work experience, so that provides an edge over other candidates who
mm,
might not be able to express themselves very well. So,
mm.
what I feel is form filling is a major criteria if you want to get a call from NITI,
Yes, yes,
along with GATE score as well.
yes. So more the chances you take, I think you fill both the forms, you get opportunity to be in the interview two times. So the more is the probability of selection also.
Sure,
Okay.
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Same question to you, Manu. My score is at the border. So do I stand a chance or not?
So there is a famous quote that you miss 100% of the chances you don't take. So I would
Yeah.
definitely suggest, and I have a frame of it behind me. So
Okay.
I would definitely suggest anyone to fill both the forms.
Yes.
I had filled both the forms. My GATE score was 800. So, but I was in the borderline of IE. I could not get IE, but
Mm-hmm.
I never regret that I didn't get IE and I got IISm, because
Okay.
thinking about the future and the policies and the things which are going all around the world, I
Mm-hmm.
feel that India has been making changes and will make changes
Yes.
in current structure
Mm-hmm.
in terms of compliances to industries and other norms. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a pretty specific people. And
Mm-hmm.
SM course definitely gives edge over others. Is a
Mm-hmm.
specific course in sustainability and has a lot of scope, I guess.
और मेरे को कई बार ये भी लगता है कि एसएम में नंबर ऑफ सीट्स कम है, आई डोंट नो, मतलब दैट इज माय परसेप्शन कि द काइंड ऑफ इंडिया ह्यूज कंट्री इट इज एंड द काइंड ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट स्टूडेंट्स हैव फ्रॉम इंस्टीट्यूट्स लाइक निटी बॉम्बे, सो आई समटाइम फील के जो आईई में नंबर ऑफ सीट्स ज्यादा है, एसएम में कम है, तो दैट number had it been little more, it would have been better for the student community. Anyhow, over to you, Sukant. Same question कि अगर मैं बॉर्डर पे हूँ तो क्या अप्रोच रखना चाहिए मेरे को?
So for the GATE aspirant, NITIE is basically offering two courses, that is PGDI and PGDSM, and both the courses are very good in terms of ROI. So for my case, I was not able to get the PGDI program, but I didn't have any regret that why didn't I get this PGDI. At least I have PGDSM program, which is also very good in terms of ROI, because I cracked 15 other IITs along with that, means IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, Madras, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Hyderabad, Guwahati, and ISM Dhanbad. All the IITs I cracked, but even after that I joined NITIE.
अच्छा सुकांत, एक और क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछूंगा, जब स्टूडेंट्स जो निटी जाते हैं उनका स्कोर बहुत अच्छा होता है एंड नीडलेस टू से दे गेट मल्टीपल अदर अपॉर्चुनिटीज एज यू मेंशन इंक्लूडिंग आईआईटीज एंड पीएसयू, निटी में एक सबसे बड़ा जो डिस्ट्रैक्शन है ना बच्चों को, या सबसे बड़ा मैं बोलूंगा रोड ब्लॉक, मेंटल रोड ब्लॉक है, वो है फीस स्ट्रक्चर के। सर फीस इतना लग जाएगा, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, वो ये बोलते हैं। मेरा नेक्स्ट आंसर होता है कि तुम्हारे पास पैसा रिक्वायर्ड भी नहीं है, तुम एक बार एडमिशन लो, एप्लीकेशन दिखाओ, बैंक वहां पे तुम्हें इमीडिएटली दे देता है। बट दिस क्वेश्चन एवरी ईयर आई लिसन फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स, तो इसका आंसर सुकांत आप क्या देंगे? मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, निटी में फीस लगेगा।
एज यू मेंशन सर, यहाँ पे एडमिशन के टाइम बहुत सारे कियोस्क बैठता है, बहुत सारे बैंक्स का, तो आपको वो लोन ऑफर करता है, ओनली यू हैव टू शो योर NITIE admission letter, yes. Okay. And after the documentation, it is very easy to get the loan from the banks. Okay. So it is not a very big deal to get the loans. Even if you want to pay it on cash, means direct अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हो निटी में, तो भी मैं बोलूंगा कि उतना खराब डिसीजन नहीं है ये, क्योंकि आपका जो जॉब लगेगा बाद में वो, yes, the ROI is yes.
तो मतलब जो सैलरी लगेगी आपकी, तो आप उसको जल्दी लोन वापस कर दोगे एंड देन
हाँ, आप रिटर्न बैक कर दोगे लोन को।
Wonderful. So now I'm going to irritate you with the question which I'm irritating all the NITIE students for the past 1 year, and that is NITIE Bombay becoming IIM Mumbai. So हमने न्यूज में बहुत ज्यादा सुना है, and you are the people in the campus now. तो क्या है इसका सिचुएशन क्या है? Because we don't have any idea about this. So is NITIE Bombay going to become IIM Mumbai, and if yes, तो क्या गेट वाले बच्चों के लिए can this be thought of end of the road for them to get into NITIE Bombay? Over to you, Sayali.
Sure, sir. Definitely definitely NITIE Bombay is on the way to become IIM Mumbai, and the bills are on the table. We are waiting for that final decision from the ministry. But yes, talking about the GATE candidates, NITIE has always been a legacy for GATE candidates and the mecca for GATE candidates. So we definitely think that the administration will look forward to taking GATE candidates still after it becomes IIM Mumbai. But definitely there will be certain changes which we are not informed about yet, and they will be informed within due course of time when the institute becomes IIM as of now. Okay. But GATE students will be taken care of, is what I feel.
I only hope that, because IIMs are a centralized body, so I don't think one particular IIM can have a different policies. I don't know, sure. But maybe we looking forward. It's a good for NITIE, because IIM is a brand and NITIE obviously is a brand, but then it was almost there. I mean, I always thought of NITIE और IIMs अलग क्यों हैं, because same उनका placement है और same तरह का सब कुछ है। लेकिन yes, जो student गेट के थ्रू जाते थे उनके पास एक बहुत अच्छा opportunity ये है, and going to that particular thing. So Manu, would you like to add anything to this, NITIE becoming IIM?
Definitely a good thing for us. क्योंकि NITIE although it's currently in the top B schools, और IIM टैग लगने के बाद और कई फायदे मिलने वाले हैं हमें। अभी एडमिशन प्रोसीजर में भी शायद थोड़ा चेंज आ सकता है। Currently nothing is finalized by the top management, but I feel GATE aspirants will get a chance to get admissions, and nothing can be said for the future. We are waiting for still the decision.
Wonderful. So I think now we have come to an end of this wonderful interactive session with all of you. But at the end, I'll ask each one of you to tell something to the students who are listening to you. Anything you want to tell them. So again, I start with Sayali.
Sure, sir. Sir, for NITIE, what basically I've already mentioned is students should be clear with what they have done within their engineering as well as their work experience, if any. They should be very clear with their thoughts. Also, they should be able to communicate it very well to the moderators. These two are the most important things for any aspirant to get selected in NITIE.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And also, it is good if they have any extracurricular or co-curricular activities on their CV. So it provides a very diverse portfolio for the moderators as well. And they
Yes.
understand that the student can handle pressure well. So
Wonderful.
yes, that is what is important.
Yes. So Kant, anything you want to tell students?
Yes, if you have some kind of work experience, prepare it well. What are the things you have done in the industry? That is a very good factor. I mean, they will definitely question on this. So prepare it well. Prepare all the interview means intro को बहुत अच्छे से ready करना है. As well as communication is a very means it is also a very what I can say. ये भी बहुत मायने रखता है communication. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Over to you, Manu. Anything you want to tell
To
students?
add that interviews का main थोड़ा वेटेज ज्यादा रहता है. बाकी गेट से आते एमटेक वगैरह का देखे तो नीटी के एडमिशन प्रोसेस में इंटरव्यू का वेटेज थोड़ा ज्यादा होता है. तो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि इंटरव्यूज की तैयारी करें, करंट अफेयर्स थोड़ा जान के रखे, और जो एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म नीटी के एडमिशन के टाइम भरा जाता है उससे वेल अवर्स रहे बच्चे, कि कोई भी पॉइंट ऐसा ना हो कि वो पूछ लिया गया है और इंटरव्यू में अटक जाए.
Okay.
So points whichever there are, you have added into your admission form. You have to be well versed with that. Apart from that, I would say that frequent mock interviews which Vijayender sir would have been giving to students, so that would suffice for the admissions
Okay.
community.
Okay, so that brings us to an end of this entire session, and I must thank all of you three, because I know that you people are going through your exams presently, and you have your exams. And I in the morning requested Sally, and not only Sally gave her time to me, but she also brought you both here. And whenever this is something unique in NITIE, I must admit here, and students are always ready to help others, their juniors. That is something which is unique. And now I understand why we say that NITIE has a very strong alumni base. So you don't take care of your alumni, you take care of your prospective alumni also. That is something which is very important. I mean, अब हमें नहीं पता कौन आएगा निटी में, लेकिन जो निटी के लिए इंटरेस्टेड भी है उसके लिए भी आप लोग बहुत हेल्प करते हैं through these kind of things. So that is something, as a teacher, I must say it is really worth appreciation. And I thank you all. You spared your this time for this interaction. Thank you and all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for
Thank you
giving
so
us the
much, sir.
opportunity.